Helldivers 2 has been released for around 7 months at this point. During that time, it's been a very mixed bag. Even at launch, we had the great server capacity issues, where I spent my entire weekend trying to play it, but I kept not being able to because the servers just were too full. But after that, things were going better, good updates on new stratagems, the reviews were doing pretty well. But then Sony didn't like that they finally had a near-perfect game, so they had to destroy it. They were forcing all PC players to link a PlayStation account whether you were able or not, because not all countries were allowed to make one. But Sony realized that obvious problem, so they fixed it by removing the game from being purchasable in over 100 countries. Obviously, that just made it worse, so they finally cancelled the change. But they still didn't put it back on sale in those countries, so just over 100 countries cannot purchase Helldivers 2. Because I guess Sony hates money. They just don't want to make any money, because they're smart. I don't get how this was so hard for them to do. Like, why did they not just give players 100 super credits, or even just a cape if they linked the account? Idiots. So then after all that happened, things didn't really improve that much. It felt like as if every patch was slowly poisoning the game by nerfing everything. People complained about the nerfs, as they would, and the devs said they understood and would listen more. And then the next patch comes out, and still nerfs with basically no buffs. That went on for quite a while, but then finally... I woke up one morning to see this trailer, and I got way more wide awake when I saw it. I waited very eagerly for this update, and when it finally released, I'll describe everyone's opinion with one word. Disappointing. You know how they said this?
So, have we told you everything that's gonna be in the Escalation of Freedom? Of course we haven't.
That was basically a lie, because there were only like 2 things that they didn't show in that trailer, in my opinion. I don't know, but I feel like they literally did show like everything in that trailer except a few tiny things. Quick thing about me, when the nerfs were happening a lot more, I never really cared, but because none of the weapons I would use were getting nerfed at all. One of my favorites was the flamethrower, which I would bring like every game. So here's one of the things they didn't announce in that trailer. The complete murder of the flamethrower as a weapon. You loved it being able to kill big swarms with great effectiveness? That's gone now. It's way worse. Loved it being able to kill chargers with ease? That simple weapon can't be good for that great task. Just bring only boring rockets every game, you pleb.
Look how they mess with my boy.
They said they had to nerf fire because they had to. Honestly, that feels like a lie now. It doesn't make a lot of sense. The update that was supposed to make me love the game again just made me not like it anymore, because my favorite weapon was now dead. Besides the fire nerfs, none of the new content was really that good. Chargers at the time were very, very glitchy, and like their pathfinding was way more glitchy. And the new stratagems were non-existent because no new stratagems or weapons were even added during that update. This update made me so depressed. I only played this update like 3 more times before I stopped playing again. But I'll tell you the second thing they didn't tell you about in that trailer. This wasn't the real update. No, the real update was later. Patch 1.001.100. It's probably a better way of saying that, but I'm just doing it for dramatic reasons. They finally listened to the players. They started talking about it a little bit. It sounded nice. Then they announced the release, and started doing 12 Days of Christmas for some reason, but with featured buffs. First they announced that they found a way to revert the fire changes and increase the damage in general as well. I was already really happy about that. Then the next announcements were amazing as well. Every passing day had more and more players more hyped, and then the day came. I logged on with my brother, we dropped right into the planet with our favorite weapons feeling a little heavier.
Today the
And the first few minutes were great.
I forgot.
And already the first few minutes were great. The autocannon, which was previously useless for big enemies, was amazing. And my flamethrower. My boy was back. Speaking of autocannons, the exosuit received amazing buffs.
Bombs away, bitch.
But also a really weird change. I already liked this exosuit, but even more now. I haven't been able to say it for a long time, but Helldivers 2 is actually back. And it's better than ever, for the people who can still play it. Now is the best time to get back into Helldivers, whether you've played before or not. Hope you enjoyed this video. The biggest action needed for Helldivers 2 is to be put back on sale in the countries affected by the Sony's actions. Like, you canceled the change now. Why do you hate money? So for the new Chemical Agents War Bond, they have shown they are now putting stratagems into premium war bonds. In my opinion, this is a bad idea. I was hoping they would never try this because I always thought it was an obviously messed up idea, because it's kind of used to be a thing of, for if you go into a lobby with new players, you can throw down stratagems and be like, yep, you can just play the game some and you'll unlock these too eventually. But now it's, yep, if you pay $10, you can unlock these too. I know you can grind out super credits, but like that takes ages because you only get 10 per find. It should be like 25 per every find of super credits. That would be better. One other thing, if Arrowhead wants this to be a 10 out of 10 game, add the damn vehicles. These leaks are so old. Why are these not in the game yet? They're like literally 7 months old at this point. What the heck?